I woke up today being like totally in a cleaning mode. I was like, I just want to clean things, and when you are in that mode, you gotta take advantage of it, right? Because it's not often the case, unfortunately, and it's not like I have all the time in the world to be cleaning the house and stuff. It's not, you know, it's not something that I do often. So what I was like, okay, let's do it. I wanted to clean the grout in the kitchen and in the bathroom. I've learned through TikTok that the best way to do it is through mixing baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna try and get that. And it's raining outside very badly. I went to 5 different shops. No one sells it. I was like, oh my god, I can't be wasting this energy. So apparently you can get it easily through Amazon, but if I was to do that, it would arrive tomorrow, and who knows what mood I will be in tomorrow. So I just ended up getting baking soda, lemon and salt. Also, I was able to find a grout cleaner. So let's see, maybe that will be enough. If not, I'll just order it through Amazon. I'm just so pumped. I think because I got the pay grade that I've asked for from this company, so that's a benefit. Big time. You know, yesterday I was like all over. I was like, I'm not even going to go to that interview, which I totally forgot about. It's tomorrow, the final interview with them. I'll have to be going to their office and seeing them and talking about things. Cannot be bothered, but I have to. I'm like, why am I even thinking about like, I can't even afford to say things like I can't be bothered, I don't have a job and I really need it. But I got an invite to this better job interview for later on in a week or so, and I'm like, oh, I really want to get that job, but I really can't be choosing. I have to go full on 100% for every single job opportunity. But I don't know, just the fact that I got that pay rise that I asked for, well, not pay rise, but the salary that I'm expecting from them, got me that push to be in a productive mode. Lyra keeps meowing all the time these days, asking for extra food, and I'm like, maybe it's just our fault that we, you know, every time he meowed, we would give him sweet stuff like drinks and licky licks and all of the fancy things that the cats love. And now I think he figured that out, and he is using his voice to tell us that he needs it 24/7, and I'm thinking, okay, I just need to, you know, not give it to him. He needs to unlearn that. It's quite annoying because the first thing you know when you wake up in the morning is that when you go downstairs, Lyra will keep meowing. Arpine will want to go in the backyard. You'll have to, you know, it's like the whole thing. Sometimes you just wake up and have at least 5 minutes to yourself. But it's not the case when you have pets. You won't believe it, it's been exactly 5 hours since I started cleaning and haven't stopped since. I mean, oh my god, I cleaned a lot. In the kitchen, I cleaned a ton in the bathroom. I was doing a proper deep clean and I was like, I never expected it to take so long. I was working quite fast. Anyway, I feel really accomplished right now, and I walked Arpine as well. Now I can just really just relax for a bit. Have my pomegranate. I've got to tell you, recently the quality of pomegranates just went down. I don't understand. Is it not like, is it an off season or what? But every single pomegranate I get is just not ripe. It's very sour. It's not, I don't know what's up with it, and I'm really concerned about it. I'm gonna relax a little bit, and then I need to start preparing for my interview tomorrow. And I need to figure out what to wear as well. I'm not quite sure. I have a lot of clothes. I just need to figure out which outfit would represent me the best. Oh, whatever. Right now, all I want is for this pomegranate to end up being of a good, appropriate quality. Okay, a little better, though still kind of plasticky. Our brings up to something good. Oh, you're up, Johnny. Ah, he's chasing his tail. Okay, fair enough. It took me an hour and a half to get ready. 20 minutes of it went into deciding what the heck to wear. I've tried so many different combinations. I was like, should I be fun and professional, or should I be like really neutral like I am now? And I'm thinking going with the neutral approach is just, you know, it's the safest. It shows my professionalism and my creativity can come through other ways. I don't know, but I did try so many different options of t-shirts and blazers and jumpers, and I'm like, this is so hard. I'm so used to just wearing pajamas when I work, and I'm very comfortable like that. Now, as opposed to dealing with the makeup and hair, I'm needing to choose a perfect combination of clothes for various occasions. In this case, I'm going into this interview with a very heavy heart. It does look like it will provide me with a ton of good opportunities. I just can't be bothered to go there 5 days a week. I'm way past that. I don't see any point in doing it. It's a waste of money, time, energy. I am useless when I wake up at 6. For me to get to work for 9 or whatever, I will need to wake up at 6, and it just doesn't work for me. I'm used to getting up at 8, 8:30, 9. That's how I function. I really am. Look, this 5-day-a-week thing apparently will last 3 months, and afterwards it will be 3 days. Still, most companies expect you to go into office 2 times a week, once. That's it. These guys are just too much. For what? At the same time, right now, I have no other options. I only have one last interview in 11 days. 11 days. So I have to bite the bullet, go, do my best, ensure that they really want me and they think I really want them, and you know, if everything else falls through, I'll just have to do it. That's it. Have no other choice. It is 11 o'clock right now. Interviews at 1, so I'll be leaving now. I really need to. Apparently there's delays in trains, so I really have to leave earlier, and I want to get a really nice coffee, and I'm gonna take my camera. And I didn't sleep last night. I don't know what it was. I don't think I'm nervous. I really am not nervous. I really am in a mood that everything in me just doesn't want to go. Everything in me. And alright, I have to stop complaining, and I have to put my lenses. Oh my god, I have to put my lenses on. It's like the worst. It's so hard to put them on because I don't wear them often. It's a mission. I'm looking at the Google Maps, and it almost feels like I'm maybe late. That's not what. Oh my god, really? There's significant delays on the Waterloo line, and I don't want to. Fingers crossed. Oh no, I'm fine. It's just showing the train that I would have taken in 10 minutes, but I'm already on the train and I'm already about ahead, so I should be okay. Alright, I feel like I'm looking at the office, and it would be extremely awkward if like looking at me, so I was trying to hide. I think the office is just there. I will be looking out in the shower as well if I was to work here. I was thinking I really need to put myself together, and I was watching this webinar where they said that whatever is happening in your brain, the chemicals, they are just very infectious, and therefore I really need to put myself together and exhibit the desire to work there. It is so damn hard to find a spot in central London where there's no people around. My interview finished about 20 minutes ago. I got myself a coffee. I needed to go to the toilet, so I was trying to find a pub to go to. Now I get to take a breather. The interview was 2 hours. It felt like they really wanted me on the team. It was quite serious. They were trying to gauge whether I would be the perfect person for that higher role, and you know, all in all, it was long. I feel like because I already had 2 interviews with them prior to that, there was no need for it to be that long, but then again, it did happen, and at the end of it, they did ask me whether I was interviewing somebody else, and I said yes. I said the truth. There's 2 other companies I'm interviewing for. I asked a few questions, and they were like, oh, let me show you how we do this, let me show you how to do that. So it's quite clear that they were seriously considering me for this role, and in terms of the title, it would be like head of, which is quite awesome. I feel good that I came. I feel good that, you know, I'm progressing with it. I feel like I have a very strong chance of them offering me a job, but I'm just so tired right now, I guess, because I didn't sleep last night, and the interview was 2 hours like non-stop. At some point I was like, oh, when is it gonna end? I don't know. The good news is they didn't seem to mind the fact that my last interview is on March 20th, so it's not like they need my decision right away, so that's very good. I'll be very grateful if I get this job. It's just a matter of waiting to hear what the other people say, whether I'm successful in this other job, and then seeing which whichever one offers and whichever offer suits me best. And honestly, this process has been quite long. All in all, like the 2 months of interviews and me going for really higher up positions, me pushing myself to get better salary, better opportunity to progress, more of everything really, more of responsibilities in line with where I want my career to go. All in all, it's been draining. It's been at times disheartening to see rejections coming in, but those rejections were, you know, well deserved. Like I don't have that experience at times. Like I said earlier, if I do get this job, I will be grateful, but if I get that other job, I feel like it would be a little bit more of a fun environment to be in, and I think it'll be easier only because I won't have to go in the office every day. I just want to be home now and I need to travel. Traveling will take me an hour and a half. And I haven't eaten today and it's 3 o'clock, so when I was exited, I thought to myself, I shouldn't feel this way leaving the last stage of an interviewing process. I should feel excited. And I don't know where that excitement is. It's not there. I just feel happy that it's over. Alright, we are at a tortilla restaurant. Well, it's not really a restaurant, but it's a really awesome place to have some quick food before going to cinema. For my lunch, I usually go to tortilla, and of course, there's Coke involved also.
You always get the bowl version, not the wrap version.
Yeah, because it's impossible to eat Doritos. What movie are you watching today?
Scream.
Last year, I really had to convince someone to go watch Scream. He was like, no, let's not.
We haven't watched the previous one.
I watched every single one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
But anyway, that one was a reboot, and then this is the sequel.
How about I tell them how you make me watch every single movie before the actual...
Yeah, and that's what I was like, we can't watch Scream until we watch all the 4 previous ones.
At the moment we're watching all of John Wick's because John Wick 4 is coming out, but trust me, I mean, it's his favorite one, and now I understand. Before I was like...
It's not my favorite movie, but I really like it.
It's good, it's very good.
You're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't.
I was telling one of my friends yesterday that there's been a couple of times where in my previous agencies we would work with people from the States, and I love working with Americans. They're just so nice and friendly, and I don't know, it almost feels like they're somewhat more confident and straightforward and intelligent in many ways compared to the Brits. I don't know what it is. The way they speak is just so, you know, you just trust them right off the gate. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying that even though I really like working with them, it also means that because of the time differences, I end up checking my emails all evening or sometimes at night, waiting for someone to get back to me, or seeing if my colleague from the States has looked through my work, or I don't know, stuff like that. It adds an additional level of complexity and worry and anxiety, so to speak, to my working life that I'm not quite sure I like. For example, with this Canadian agency I'm interviewing for, they expect 4-hour overlap of working time, which means that my 5 o'clock will be their 9 o'clock, and I'll need to work from 5 until 8 or 9. And aside from the fact that I'm most productive in the morning, I also will end up checking my emails when I go to bed, and then in the morning, I don't know, I don't quite think I will like that. So yeah, that's one consideration to take into account. I don't know, I think I'll be mostly happy with working in a UK-based agency for that reason. I did manage to bring my interview closer to Thursday as opposed to Monday, which means that I will be going into the weekend fully relaxed, having done everything I could have. If it was to happen on Monday, I would spend all weekend preparing and being worried and stuff, but this time all of my interviews would have ended on a Thursday. in 5 days. So I was also telling my friend yesterday that I did stalk my future to be manager in one of these companies, and she is a dog therapist, and I love that. I love that so much. Aside from being a really awesome human being, she also loves dogs. I'm like, oh, I have a dog, so we can connect on that, you know? I have a very strong feeling about this company, and I can only wish best for myself with this interview process, because nothing is certain at this stage. The only thing I know for sure is that I am at the very end of all of the interviews, and I know that at least one of them will offer me a role. I'm not quite worried really. I am taking my time with everything, with my day-to-day activities, my hobbies, and like I'm quite relaxed. Last year I was quite worried, and this year I don't know what it is. I don't think I'm that worried at all. I'm just annoyed that it's taking so long. But altogether, I'm quite relaxed. Let me tell you, very good way to just waste all of your money and forget you ever had any money in the first place in your wallet. Okay, so Aman and I need to go to see our friends or neighbors. Before that, we need to go shop to get some food because our fridge is empty. And go to the shop, come back, turns out we locked ourselves out. Usually we would have our back door open always. Recently Arvin learned how to open that door, so we decided to lock it from now on. All doors were locked, all windows were locked. We of course couldn't. We tried real hard to use our pins door opening power on the front door. It didn't work. We tried to, you know, tried many things, and I was like, okay, we're late to see our friends, and even though we could have easily rescheduled it, I think there was no way for us to get in house. So I was like, okay, we just need to go to locksmith. How is that going to be a problem? You know, it's not gonna be a problem at all. Why would it be a problem? So we get this guy, and prices I see online are £39, £50, and I'm like, you know, it's fine, it's not such a big deal. The guy comes 20 minutes later, we're all happy. All of a sudden he sees the lock, and it's apparently a high security lock or something. It's not really, but it's a little bit better than the usual locks you see. And it says, hey, so for a high security lock, here's the pricing. It won't be £40 that we're expecting, it would be £185. And I'm like, that's a little too much, isn't it? Trying to Google other providers, trying to see their pricing. Turns out it's like it's a similar thing. A little too much. It's easier to freaking break the front door window. It's cheaper to do that than get the door open. And then he wasn't just coming up with this pricing, he was showing us the quotes and the pricing on the site, so it's not like his information. Anyway, the original reason why I said it would be so much more difficult to open a high security lock is because they're high security, they're difficult to open. And we're like, okay, look, we are done with it, we just want to get indoors. The guy takes out this metal stick, puts it through the postal thing, and manually opens it from, you know, there's no skill involved, just this manual stick to open the door.
I thought we'd take this opportunity to illustrate to you in paint what he did exactly. Here is the door. Forgive my lack of painting skills, but here is the door. Here's the little hole thing where you put your letters through, and here's the lock. Well, high security lock, right? According to this gentleman. So when he said high security so many times, I expected him to use some kind of tech, very complicated technology that nobody knows how to use and is very, very, deserving to get paid £185 for the amount that we agreed. Anyway, what he does is he takes out, as mentioned, a metal stick. It goes through the letter hole. I'm going to use a lighter turquoise color to illustrate that the stick is now behind the door. The dark blue is in front of the door and light blue is behind the door. He goes all the way to, oh, we have this thing here. Right, so he goes all the way here and manually presses this lock down to open the door. He applies force here, so it goes this way, and then opens the door. He opens the door like that. There's none of that. None of that. Literally is using a metal stick. And I'm freaking out because it's not even going to be the £185 that he said it would be to do this. It would be something else, but I guess you just need to continue watching the video to find out.
And I'm like, we're not paying £185 for that. But you know, he opened the door, and then turns out it's not even going to be £185. It turned out to be in the end £320 because there's additional £60 for them to come over, like the call out fee plus VAT. £320. Let that sink in. What do you think?
Let us in. Not the sink. Let us in the house.
I'm so mad. When I woke up today, I never thought that we would just waste £300 like that. I really need to. Especially when I'm unemployed, it's a big deal. Today is definitely not going the way we planned it would go. On top of everything, for the first time in our lives together, Aman is walking faster than me. Guess what?
I usually walk faster than you.
I still can't believe that we just wasted £300 just like that. Now both of us have the key and we're gonna hide one in the garage. Okay, another thing is we're in a rush, we're late on top of everything. Aman told our friends that we are almost there, even before we left our house. And I'm like, what the fuck, how can it be this way? We really thought that today wasn't our day with everything that happened, but nothing bad happened in the last 2 hours, I think, so maybe we are on the upward track trend, I wanted to say at the same time. But I'm thinking now all I want to do is to have some coffee, really good coffee with the appropriate sweetener. By the way, did you know, guys, when you go, there's 3 types of sweeteners, well, based on colours, right? Yellow, green and red.
No, that's just from this shop had it in those colours.
There's different types of them. I don't quite know the actual name or sweetener type.
If you want me to repeat them to the people.
Okay, go for it.
Sucralose, aspartame, stevia.
Right, so which one is the one I like?
Red one, aspartame.
Okay, aspartame is the one that apparently I like aspartame, but honestly, you feel the difference. That sweetener truly tastes like sugar. The other 2 taste like plastic. It's trying to be sweet, but not really. And you do know the difference when you drink 5,000 cups of coffee a day, or not fully drink, but drink
5,000 half cups.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the plan. To have a coffee with appropriate amount of sugar, appropriate amount of sweetener, correct sweetener type, watch a movie, or play this silly old school game that we play. Tomorrow is Monday, and you know what that means. Every Monday I start a Monday by saying, whew, this week things are gonna happen. So actually, that's the week where things will definitely happen. Things like getting a job offer, things like sending a contract or doing contract exchange for the house, things like hearing back from this Canadian agency. What else? Is there anything else we're waiting for? I think that's it. So I'm still reliving the fact that we paid £300 for a guy to stick a metal thing in the door to open the door for us manually. Justifying it, it's a high security.
We didn't bring our keys with us, right?
Justify that it's a high security lock and it'd take more effort to open. The effort was to stick the metal pole in the thing to open the door. I will remember it forever, and
Then we remember now that they're in the keys with us.
it's like we're lucky we have this money on us. We couldn't have had, for example, if I lived by myself and paid rent and did everything else, I wouldn't have easily had this 300 quid available to pay for this.
No, you
It's
have
awful.
credit cards.
I feel like it's disproportionately huge amount to pay
It's a
for
huge
that work. I think secretly RP knows how to open the door, but he doesn't want to do it because he wants to enjoy his freedom when we're not around.
No.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, darling. Come on, good giveaway. Come on, come on. Go in. Oh, you're happy to see you too.